Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10. Presented by Act FiberNet. Powered by Nourish.
Welcome back. Over the last 72 hours, the Chinese media indulged in psychological operations, tried to claim they unfurled the Chinese flag of Tiananmen Square vintage at Galwan. Their lies have been proven today when the Indian Army put out the real picture of our soldiers at the Galwan Valley. Rahul Gandhi is in Italy. He remained quiet this time. Ladies and gentlemen, of late I have seen that the Vadra Congress particularly has voluntarily become part of the Chinese propaganda machine. Is it because Rahul Gandhi, under the watch of the Chinese Communist Party, signed a secret agreement when he went with his mother to Beijing? Is that the reason? What is it that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi have signed or agreed to with the Chinese, which makes them want to amplify the Chinese Communist Party narrative every time? Let's debate.
This image of our brave Indian Army soldiers of the Dogra Regiment at Galwan on New Year holding the Tiranga high makes us all proud. This image shatters all Chinese propaganda.
No activity on 4 kilometers of the demilitarized buffer zone in Galwan Valley. Top sources within the security establishment have also confirmed to Republic TV that status quo is being maintained as far as the Galwan friction areas are concerned. With regards to the construction that has taken place in Pangengso, it is 25 kilometers away from our perception of the line of actual control, with no direct implication as far as security in the area is concerned.
But Rahul Gandhi has been going all out to fan the Chinese line. Sitting in Italy, he has been insulting our troops at the LAC by saying our borders deserve better. Tonight, an entire political and Lutyens lobby must answer on why they became the in-house machinery to fan Chinese propaganda. Why did they declare the Chinese had swallowed our territory? Why did they say India was a mute spectator? Why did they readily take Chinese propaganda to be fact? And why are they silent now? Those who jumped the gun must answer.
The raising of Chinese flag over Galwan Valley has shocked the conscience of entire motherland, entire India. How dare China do it? How dare China claim territorial claim over territory that belongs to our motherland, to India? Galwan Valley can only have one flag, and that is the Indian tricolor and nothing else. And what is Modi government doing? Why is Prime Minister silent?
The circuit spinning a pro-China, no-facts narrative won't talk about how our Indian Army bravely and fiercely stood up to the Chinese. The Vadra Congress that signed deals and dined with the Chinese must answer tonight. As the Tiranga flies high, it is time to call out all those who have buried their heads after spreading Chinese lies.
Skipping the introductions, we know each other. We're going straight to the debate. First question, Lieutenant Commander Gokul Chandran, who supports the Congress party. Did Rahul Gandhi tweet from Italy? The pictures of the Tiranga at the Galwan, did he tweet it? Can you check? I don't know, I'm not on Twitter. Can you check? Did he? Why should he? Did he? You're checking? Commander Gokul Chandran, anyone knows? Lost the line?
He need not. He need not. He is supposed to question the government. He is not the government. He need not. He is the opposition.
But he very faithfully reproduced the Chinese version
He has the right
yesterday.
to question what Mr.
So
Modi
he
does.
very faithfully reproduced the Chinese version. DK, tell me, why does Rahul Gandhi believe the Chinese
No,
so
if the
much?
country is in
I'm
danger,
asking,
we will
I'm not even
raise the
asking you.
100 times.
Vivek Jinping, take a chill pill, right? I'm asking DK Giri. Thank you. DK, come on. Why does he, did he tweet from Italy? He's sitting in Italy, you know, fighting the UP elections from Italy. But did he tweet the picture of our soldiers at the Galwan Valley?
Arnab, I have not seen the tweet.
Hey, you've not
but I've seen,
why hasn't he?
he
No,
was
but
saying,
no, 1 second.
Chinese flag was flying.
1 second. The question is,
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
General Bakshi, brief responses. Yesterday, Rahul Gandhi amplified the Chinese Communist Party, their army's narrative. Today, our army told him that you are lying effectively, right? He just went silent. Why? Why is he always taking a pro-China position? Why? General Bakshi, the pictures are on your screen. When an Indian politician backs an enemy nation, it's a very serious matter. Yeah. General Bakshi.
You know, Arnab, to accept the Chinese propaganda, media warfare, information warfare at face value, and act like an echo chamber to disseminate that information, unverified information, in a manner designed to spread alarm and despondency in the country. By the way, those are the wordings of the Army Act, that if you try and create a ruckus on the battlefield to spread alarm and despondency amongst the troops, you can be hauled up over the coals. You know, so the fact is, I would be very happy. It is the job of the opposition to criticize when they feel the government is going wrong, when they, in their perception, the government is going wrong. But there is a way to do it. There is, base it on facts, base it on analysis, call in the experts, take their views before jumping the gun.
Picture on your screen, Commander Gokul Chandran. Yeah, the picture on the screen is that of the Dogra regiment. The Dogra regiment is deployed there, and I'm so happy they have said to people like Rahul Gandhi that stop lying and stop spreading Chinese propaganda here. I think Rahul Gandhi should have tweeted this picture today, should have thanked the Indian soldiers with the tricolor at the Galwan, right? And should have said that I will no longer be part of the Chinese Communist Party propaganda machinery, despite having entered into some understanding with Xi Jinping, you know, the famous understanding that he has with the Chinese Communist Party leadership. Commander Gokul Chandran.
Yeah, Arnab.
Commander Gokul Chandran.
Before I comment, Before I comment, I would expect some sort of journalism ethics from you, being a senior journalist of this nation, calling names, using derogatory remarks against any party or party leaders.
No, 1 second. Just a minute. No, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. Exactly what did you find derogatory?
Why the hell did you call Vadra Congress?
1 second. Why the hell did I call it the Vadra Congress? The Congress Party is popularly known as the Vadra Congress. Like it was popularly earlier known as the Indira Congress. Did you rename it the Indira Congress? Did you rename it the Indira Congress?
Because it is your dirty mind and unethical journalism which has decided to give such a name.
Now I'll tell you one thing. See, Commander Chandran, I'll tell you one thing. Commander Chandran, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Listen to me. We are on a subject, all right? We're on a subject. I've been thoroughly decent with you so far. 1 minute. I've been thoroughly decent with you so far. I know you are trying to make a political career, and I know that you feel that if you come on my program and use some low-level language, you might get an entry into the Congress Party, but that's not my concern. You get your entry into the Congress Party your way. I'll ask you one thing. Please tell me, my question was on the Dogra regiment. Now, either you answer the question or don't. If you don't want to answer the question, you can say, listen, Arnab, I cannot answer your question. You can say very quickly, listen to me now. Listen to me, Gokul. Gokul, listen to me. Gokul, listen to me now. You listen to me, Gokul. You listen to me, Gokul. And Sanju is on the debate. Gokul, quietly listen to me now. All right? Gokul, just listen to me. The pictures on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, Sanju, I think somebody should tell Gokul that the pictures on the screen are that of the Indian Army. And if he is feeling very frustrated, if Gokul Sanju is feeling very frustrated that with this tweet, with this picture, Rahul Gandhi should be proven wrong, then he should handle his own frustration. I can't do anything about it. I would only advise people like Gokul Sanju that stop doing anything. Tell your leader, Rahul Gandhi, to stop being part of a Chinese communist propaganda. That's all I'm saying.
You are a journalist.
Fine.
You are a senior
Okay, now
journalist
I
and
heard Gokul.
you have to show some
Or no,
respect
may
to
I?
others. You don't even allow me to speak on the subject.
You're not even-
and you're
Man
calling
has
in such
spoken
a
enough.
defense.
You've spoken
Because are you
enough
so
and you
afraid?
did not make
Are you
sense.
so afraid to listen?
You spoke
Arnab?
enough and you did
Arnab,
not
are you
make
so afraid?
sense. Arnab, this
Are
is
you
not
the
fair,
same
please.
Arnab who told bachao, bachao inside
You know,
a police van?
1 minute.
What kind of
You allow me to
nonsense is
speak,
this
Arnab?
man talking?
Are you so afraid?
1 second. Reduce his volume, I'll tell him something. Reduce his volume, I'll tell him something. Reduce his volume. Gokul, you remember one thing, all right? First listen. Stop shouting like that, all right? Don't behave in a manner that people after the program will tell you, you looked bad on the program. Reduce the volume. I'll tell you something. Are you listening, Gokul? Your party carried out an acid attack on me. You were celebrating. Your party carried out an acid attack on me. Don't tell me about courage. I give 2 hoots to people who support acid attacks on me. I don't need a certificate from people like you, Gokul. All right? I don't need one. You carried out an acid attack. Now, who are the cowards, Gokul? The people who carry out an acid attack or the other cowards? Or not? Tell me that tonight. Tell me, are they cowards? Are they cowards? But leave me alone in this, Gokul, because you're looking really ridiculous tonight. You're looking so bad tonight. Because I'm asking you a question about the army. You think that you'll get an entry into the Congress by abusing me. Best of luck to you, all right? You want to make a political career, find a better way. I go back to the subject. I am now going to do what I need to do with you. I am going to ignore you, Gokul. You know what people like you deserve? When we are talking about the Indian Army, you make some spiteful references. The only way to deal with people like you is to ignore you. So I'm going to ignore you. Sanju, the issue is very serious here. The issue is the proof. And I'm telling the producers also to ignore you a little bit. So stop shouting, stop making a scene, stop making a spectacle of yourself, man, on the program. You're making a spectacle. People will laugh at you later. Sanju is on the debate. What does today's picture from the Galwan Valley represent, Sanju?
You know, Arnab, I'm so glad that the Tiranga being flown on Galwan and our brave hearts standing there with immense pride has busted every anti-national propaganda. It has exposed this pro-Chinese, pro-Xi Jinping lobby. And look at the audacity of Rahul Gandhi, sitting miles away in Italy and enjoying a nice, cozy vacation. This man has the audacity, this serial sociopath belonging to the Vadra Congress has the audacity to question the bona fides of our bravehearts, question the bona fides of India's defense minister, who on the floor of the parliament post the Galwan standoff in 2020 said not an inch of territory has been ceded to China. And let me, for the benefit of your audience, tell you, today in buffer zone, point number 1, India has the best state-of-the-art surveillance drone. Point number 2, massive military infrastructure, including overbridges and underbridges across the Brahmaputra. Point number 3, Arnab, and the most important, it is the Modi government which forced a bully like China to voluntarily disengage to Finger 3 near the Pangong Tso in February 2021. Remember, it was Jawaharlal Nehru who gifted over 43,000 square kilometers of Aksai Chin and POK to the Chinese. And here you have Narendra Modi, who actually fought a bully like China, which has a border dispute, by the way, with more than 24 countries, to lay off. In fact, I was just listening to an interview of Syed Atta Hasnain, who's a well-known military expert. He said that we showed our graciousness by climbing down from the Kailash heights as part of the Galwan deal. Otherwise, India can reclaim the Kailash heights in a jiffy. In a jiffy is what Syed Atta Hasnain Sen has said on record. So
No,
let nobody undermine the army.
So DK, you know, this is a military matter. I feel what has happened today is that for all the skeptics, the army has shut them up.
Yeah.
You know, the army has said this very clearly. Lieutenant General PGK Menon, right, commander of Fire and Fury Corps, has said the Chinese construction is in Chinese territory. What I'm saying is, let's stop playing games with national security anymore. DK, you're a serious person. You know the implications. When the Chinese carry out propaganda machinery, it goes against national interest to be part of it.
Certainly, but you see, there is one thing I seriously object to: Sanju Verma calling a member of parliament sociopath. This is pathetic and filthy language. I think that should not be allowed, really, and it is a deplorable language. Now, your
I'm
point,
actually being generous.
or no,
I'm
I take
actually
it.
being
No, no,
generous.
Sanju Verma,
Should I
you are
call
known
it-
for that.
should
You
I
are
call
very
it a
acerbic.
demented sociopath?
No, sorry.
No, all right, now Sanju, let's go back. I'd say the same thing that I said to Gokul earlier. Let's go back to the subject at hand. Please continue the debate. I want to focus on the subject at hand. Please, please. And after this, after you finish, I'm making it
Just
clear.
one point.
General
One point.
Katoch will respond after you finish, please.
Sure. Or no, it is our flag is flying in Galwan Valley. I take your point, but would you dismiss Chinese aggressive postures on India? They have renamed 15 places in Arunachal Pradesh. They are claiming Ladakh. They are claiming other parts of our Sikkim. So China is the number one enemy. Our General Rawat said that, who just passed away.
Okay, I take your point.
What are you doing to that?
I take your point.
We can thump our chest.
I'll let General.
You are a nationalist. You will take.
I will let General Katoch respond to you, but I will only begin by saying one thing. 2 points actually, DK. As a serious student of geostrategy, anyone would say that Chinese aggressive designs are not invented in 2021. That is Chinese aggressive design even before it became an economic power. So there should be no surprise on that, right? You have to be absolutely in a time warp to say that aren't you aware of Chinese aggressive designs? You think we forget 1962? We know. Nehru did not know, or Nehru knew and turned a blind eye. We know. The government is not turning a blind eye. Second point is, you can't tell Orissa Congress, Mallikarjun Kharge, Assam Congress, all go take the Chinese line. That is not acceptable. We have to learn to differentiate between Chinese propaganda and our own political interest. And my humble submission is that even if your political interest is for being part of Chinese propaganda, you must desist the temptation. That's what a responsible citizen would do. You can't be opportunistic about it. I want General Katoch to respond.
We should learn from the past.
Thank you, Arnab. Just give me a minute.
From the past. That is my question.
No, fine. Just give me a minute now. Right. I just got 4 very brief points to make. Now, the first is, I'm very proud I belong to the Dogra regiment, and my boys are there in Galwan, and they're defending it. So that kills the matter of the tweet, which should not have been sent. The second point which I wish to make is, you see, when Rahul Gandhi says the army deserved better, yes, we deserved better from 1947 onwards. Our roads were not built. No infrastructure was built there. I know it because I have commanded there. And the logic given was, if we build a road, the Chinese will come in. It is only in the last 7 years that we have built this infrastructure which has got the Chinese in a panic mood. Number 3, as far as the Chinese are concerned, they will carry out their propaganda. That is part of their 3 warfare strategy. I do not think any Indian political party should fall for it. On these issues, we must always stand as one. And speaking for all the armed forces personnel who are deployed on the border, I would like to make this very clear. It impacts our capacity to fight. We find political parties not backing us when we are laying down our lives.
Well said, sir. Well said.
I don't think we should do this. Please don't do that. On certain issues, please act as one. China is your enemy. And the last point, no, just one more point I have. Just one more point.
Good point, good point.
My last point is very simple.
Everybody is a neighbor.
No, just one more point.
You don't have good relations with any of your neighbors. No, you don't have good relations with any of your neighbors. Nepal doesn't like you, Sri Lanka doesn't like you, Pakistan doesn't like you, now Bhutan also doesn't like you. So there is something wrong with you, and I'll tell you what is wrong with you.
I'll tell you what is wrong. Just a minute. You just a minute. The subject is different. Just give me I'm not going to make this gentleman keep quiet for 30 seconds, please. Just 30 seconds.
Party accepts donations.
Just 30 seconds. Oh, listen, I am not a Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson. I am not from the Bharatiya Janata Party. I speak for the Indian Army.
Pankaj on the right.
And then
I will please continue, General. Continue, General Katoch.
We knew about it all the time from 1947. It is only now that we are doing something about it. Let's be proud of it and let's join that effort. Thank you, Arnab.
Thank you so much. I want to make a point here. Somebody got angry today, said, why are you calling it a Vadra Congress? Well, I'd say that was there not in 2008, Pankaj, a memorandum, secret memorandum of understanding that was signed by Rahul Gandhi in the presence of Sonia Gandhi with the Chinese Communist Party? And is it true or not that till now I don't have the contents of that memorandum of understanding? And it is in that backdrop that I'm saying that you take the propaganda of the Chinese and you amplify it because you think it will help you politically. And I think that's irresponsible. I don't want to get personal, but I'll tell you, Sonia Gandhi was invited to the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Was the Indian Prime Minister invited? Did he go? Did he go?
What about
Did he go?
Rahul Gandhi meeting Chinese embassy officials at the height of the Doklam standoff in 2017? Why was Rahul Gandhi surreptitiously meeting Chinese embassy officials during the Doklam standoff in 2017? Do you have any answers?
Pankaj, you must. Pankaj, and you know, it's Rahul Gandhi. You know what he said? He said once. He said India does not have a strategic vision. China does. What did he say? On what basis?
China's biggest.
On what? Why did he say that? No. And then coolly. 1 minute, Pankaj. Coolly, 1 minute, just 1 minute, please. Allow me to complete my point, please. 1 minute, coolly. So Sanju, allow me, please, to make my point. Coolly, you go to Italy, go to Italy, do what you want. But you're sitting in Italy, you start questioning whether we have lost Galwan. On what basis? What information? What objective? Authentic? Verified, peer-reviewed information are you sitting on?
And even Rajiv,
why did you do that? Why do you do that? And do you apologize today to the Dogra regiment? Come on the debate, Pankaj, please, Pankaj.
No. Now when
Pankaj, come on, Pankaj.
Clarification from our government has matter ends. That is what Rahul Gandhi was demanding. What did he say on Chinese video? He said only Indian tricolor looks great in Galwan. And he asked the Prime Minister to break his silence. And he said that we must give a befitting reply to Chinese.
No, what's it? I can't even say. No, what is?
How was he supporting Chinese propaganda?
Can I answer you one line and then I hand it over to General Bakshi? Will you hear me? Will you hear me, Pankaj? Simple answer.
Yeah, please.
You tell me. I know you like Rahul Gandhi. No problem. My question is, even if you like Rahul Gandhi, right? You tell me, what information did he have that the Chinese had entered into our territory, so he was punning only the Indian flag looks good? You tell General Bakshi. What information did he have? I'm showing you what information did he have. Is he in Galwan? Is he with the Dogra regiment?
This is all a result of an atmosphere of trust deficit.
No, sir, no. You are trying to create that.
On the issue
I contest. You are trying to create that. You are trying to create a sense of apprehension among the people of this country.
After September 2014, when Narendra Bhai sat on a swing with Xi Jinping at the banks of Sabarmati River, India has constantly faced problems from Beijing.
Don't tell me. A party coming from someone who supports a party which for 20 years, last 20 years, deliberately did not build up the defense infrastructure of this country and from a political party responsible for a pusillanimous policy of compromise leading to 1962. You're one fine one to tell me whether we've equalized the Chinese. I'm telling you, we need, and ask General Bakshi, we need quite a few years to equalize the Chinese militarily, sir. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I am a realist. No, Pankaj, listen. Pankaj, I am a realist. All I'm saying is we are going to more than equalize the Chinese, but in the middle, would you stop being part of the Chinese propaganda machinery? General Bakshi, go on. It's your turn.
Yes, please. You know, Arnab, may I make one thing clear? That the PLA which is deployed opposite you is a far cry from the army which came in 62. You know, last 42 years, they haven't fought a kinetic war. And the last one they fought in Vietnam, they got a bloody nose. All right? Here is an army full of princelings, childs of single families, single child. You listen to me. Listen to me, because you're talking so big about the Chinese army and what they can do. And I'm telling you, sir, that this army is not ready to fight kinetic action. That is why they are waging biological warfare, information warfare, propaganda warfare, media warfare, non-kinetic, non-contact warfare. You know, and if they get into a fracas with us, they will be sorry. They will get a bloody nose. And actually all their hangers-on in India will not know where to hide. All right? All you Chinese echo chamber, you are a part of the Chinese echo chamber here. You know, you disseminate their propaganda. You help to create alarm and despondency by trying to run down our armed forces
to the right questions.
Heroic job.
Then you'd say all these things.
All that we have done for the Chinese propaganda is to show the truth. Can you see the truth? Can you see the truth? Look at the screen. Don't look at me. Look at that damn screen. Dash it. Look at the screen. And can you see the truth there? Look at the color of the rocks. They are ochre colored, like in Ladakh. Take a look at the color of the rocks in the Chinese photo, and you will know where the truth lies. Where the truth lies. You are lying through their teeth. The Chinese are lying through their teeth. You are their echo chamber. I think that is disgusting. That is disgusting. We don't need
no, absolutely. I would say absolutely. I think the general DK 1 minute. Pathikrit Pine is also on the debate. Sanju, I'll come back to you in a minute. My point here is tonight. See, listen here. Listen. As a realist, we say to you, DK 1 minute. DK, Vivek, stop shouting. All right. First, you say China is an enemy nation. Let's get Vivek Jinping on air. Jinping, say that China is an enemy nation. Say it before. Yes. Before you utter a word, Pathikrit is on the debate. Say China is an enemy nation. Say
no neighbor should be an enemy. Your pro-American policy of appeasement has led us to bad relations with everyone, including Bhutan, including China, including Nepal now. And nobody listens to you. You know, in your race to take donations and chanda from the American NGOs and the American government, the BJP has sold the nation. 100% FDI is what you are saying. Come. Enjoy here, take the free land, make your factories and take back the money.
And he's saying all this, he's saying all this only because he wants a free Chinese lunch. He wants a free Chinese lunch, and that's why you're sold out.
And
now my question is, since you're not a serious debater, I'm going to ignore you. My next question is to Pathikrit. Pathikrit, here's my position on it. China is our greatest threat, number one. We need to be united versus China, number two. Political parties who see a short-term benefit in collaborating with China should be given a stern warning by the people of this country. We should collaborate globally and build our economic strength. But the people of this country are duty-bound to isolate and defeat any political party that has any formal or informal tie-up with the Chinese. Pathikrit is on the debate. Pathikrit.
Absolutely. Arnab, let me tell you a fact. The only way you can counter the disinformation of China is by facts. Fact number one, we are the only country since the end of Vietnam War that has made the Chinese PLA shed their blood. Number two, the Chinese disinformation campaign actually is trying to hide the fact that in the last 1.5 years, Border Roads Organization has constructed 90 critical bridges, which are most of them are very near to the LAC. Number three, we are one of the very few countries in the last 1 year has inducted a large number of weapon systems tested Akash Prime to Agni 5 to Agni Prime from S-400 to the Rafale, and we are the only country which have actually shown the Chinese that we are not going to take their stupidity at face value. And we must understand a large amount of their propaganda is because they know that there are political parties and stupidity of some of the political parties in this country who can take their animosity and hatred for Modi to the extent that they can counter the Indian narrative. And we need to counter that. They counter the Indian narrative without realizing that what the Chinese are doing is...
And you do not know what international relations are all about.
Mr. Jinping,
and you do not know what a foreign policy is. There was a time in this nation when we had the non-aligned movement. It's a bipolar world. And you are taking side of the Americans time and again. Because you
$48 trillion is the debt of China. $48 trillion is the debt of China. Do you even know that their GDP is in shambles? Do you even know that their infrastructure
is in shambles?
Real estate is in shambles.
If America and Canada can be friends, so can India and China.
I would just like to tell Vivek one thing, that the Chinese that you so extol, if push comes to shove, they will get a bloody nose. You want us to get friendly with China, who is nibbling at our territory, who has killed our soldiers. You want us to suck up to them. You want us to get friendly with China. You want us to count out to China. You know, when you are trying to distinguish between the Americans and the Chinese, have the Americans taken your territory? And the Americans killed your soldiers?
So why do you want
How can we be neutral between them?
America created...
And ladies and gentlemen, to our last debate tonight.